Let me go to Renee out of New York. Renee, thank you for calling and thanks for holding. You're on the air.
Hey, Jesse. How's it going?
All is well, Renee. How you?
I'm pretty good.
Good.
I'm glad you were covering that topic about that woman, Rashida Tlaib, who, along with AOC and Ilhan Omar, I think they are very, very dangerous women. But I was really disappointed by Mr. Meadows' response. I think he could have handled it better. And I heard that he went back and he hugged this woman, almost like he was asking her to apologize. But, you know, she was just making very, very racially insensitive terms, you know, in regards to that old term, token Negro, which is what you said. The Democrat Party, they're the ones who just make a habit of using blacks, Latinos, homosexuals, feminists to their advantage. They use them as props, but he could have handled it a lot more better. But what I really find offensive is the fact that people like Rashida Tlaib and other people like the feminists, the homosexuals, they're always trying to capitalize upon the blight, you know, the plight of pre-civil rights black people and what they suffered through the Jim Crow era. And I just thought it was really, really sad that, you know, she had to use that term because she herself is a prop as well. He could have said that as well, and I don't know why he didn't mention that at all. He could have covered all bases on this woman because I don't believe she belongs in Congress. I think she's a traitor.
Yeah.
You know, she's not representing me. She's not representing blacks. She must have it in her mind, and she's calling herself a woman of color, so I guess she wanted black people to rally behind her because she made that very insensitive term. But, you know, he could have handled it a lot better than what he did.
He's a beta male. He's afraid. White people are afraid of the word racist more than they are sin. They'd rather be a sinner than to be called a racist. And until they stop running from that word, the Democrats will continue to use that word to control them.
Yeah, and he turned to that civil rights relic, Elijah Cummings, who didn't help matters either, because he made excuses for her, and she tried to take it back. But we all know what she meant. I mean, she was calling him a racist. She was calling Donald Trump a racist, you know. And, again, he could have handled it a lot more better. He just missed the opportunity, and he caved right in, and he went right back to apologize for her, and he shouldn't have done it.
Is Elijah Cummings, is he from Detroit? Do you know?
I'm not really too sure about his background. I just know he's been in Congress since the Beatles have been hot.
He's from Baltimore.
He's been there too long. Yeah, he's been there for so many years, you know, and I really don't know that much about him. But
I'm being told he's from Baltimore.
Missed opportunity. Yeah, it was a missed opportunity, and then, you know, he, again, just made excuses for this woman. But he could have pointed out the fact that, you know, she believes in a religion that subjects women to oppression. He could have talked about the Africans who are still being enslaved by Islam. He could have said so many things at that moment, but he didn't. But as you said, it's just cowardice. He's just afraid. He doesn't want to come out and say something too strong against her because she's Muslim, she's female, so he backed away.
I don't know how they trust these Muslims. And when I say that they should not be in our government, I'm serious about that. But if American people are voting them in, it's like, what do they think the outcome of this will be? You can't trust these Muslims. They hate Christians and Jews, and they are taught from day one that they can lie and do whatever it takes to destroy them. You can pretend to be a friend. You can pretend to go along with the Christians and Jews in order to destroy them. And now that the American people are starting to vote them into government, what do they think the outcome will be? I don't understand that.
Yeah, they're very naive because I think at the end of the day, most Americans are just too blind to see exactly what Islam represents, is subjugation. And again, she's not representing American people. She represents Muslims.
Right.
Because her district is, you know, populated by Muslims, as well as that other woman, Ilhan Omar, who makes anti-Semitic terms all the time. And, and you know, the Jews, like the blacks, they vote almost 90% Democrat year after year. So I don't understand that either.
Right. I don't either.
Says all.
It's insane, absolutely insane. Elijah Cummings has been in government since 1996.
Wow.
And he's from Baltimore, Maryland. My last question for you, Renee, why do you think the blacks over all these years just allow themselves to be used by perverted ideas like abortion and homosexuality and now this Muslim person and all that? Why do blacks allow themselves to be used?
Yeah, I think it's because they're just blindsided by the truth. And you pointed this out, Jesse. You said it has a lot to do with Lyndon B. Johnson when he pushed that, all of those welfare policies in the 1960s. That's where it started. And a lot of them don't understand that Martin Luther King played a part in this also. And he's the one who I fought for making blacks feel as though we were victims, because this is why so many blacks continue to vote Democrat year after year. You know, they're so consumed by this idea that the government owes them something for slavery. I never suffered slavery. I didn't live through Jim Crow. And
That's right.
Now I hear they're trying to push for reparations as well, which I don't understand either. I don't understand the basis for this. How is that going to make up for slavery or Jim Crow?
Well, we're going to continue to put the truth out there. There are some blacks who are starting to wake up, and especially millennials and the Z generation. So we're not going to stop putting the truth out there as long as God is willing and the creek don't rise. Renee, thank you so much.
Thank you for your insight, Jesse.
All right. You're welcome. Amazing.